This is the Batman frequency, as I like to call it, which is really a hidden fracture. So I want to get into this today. For those of you who are just joining me for the first time, and we have not met, hello, I'm Lauren Zavlunov. I am founder of the Black Diamond Process, Oracle Metaphysical Advisor to high-performing visionary men. I work with disruptors, creatives, entrepreneurs. Yes, I do work with women right now. This live stream and a lot of what's coming through is very specific, but this will absolutely help everyone. This is really my work is for those who want to achieve a deeper connection to their intuitive genius and to collapse time towards their destiny legacy through grounded and extremely powerful self-mastery and high energetics. So that's what I'm here for. Today is the Batman frequency. So today I want to go into the deep energetics of this, because when I shifted my work to specifically high achieving visionary men who are really often on the frontiers of tech and AI and creativity, music business, legacy work in a really powerful and very rather disruptive ways, this came up in varying forms. And this is something that does not really get talked about. And it has so many really secretly suffering. It is so powerful when we recognize it, but also learn how to bust this for good. So let's dig into this, the Batman frequency. Let me explain what that means. There is a strong desire, right, to impact millions, to have a strong positive influence on the world. You know, you've probably built things that are incredible or in the process of really building something incredible, and you have an extremely unique skill set, right? A fertile mind, and you build. And when you build, you are often alone, right? Or even if you are building, there's something about not feeling fully seen or heard because you've had to kind of dumb things down, or you just want to go deeper, or you just want to move faster than most of the people around you. And you're not here to, you know, flash it. It's stealthy, right? It doesn't need to actually be shouted. You may actually be very visible. Some of my clients are extremely visible, but the nature of this issue is not necessarily about physical visibility. It can be, but there are those hiding in plain sight too, right? It's like the people who truly hold something powerful and wise, they do not need to prove it to anyone, right? You're probably totally disinterested in that. But if there's a strong desire for impact and influence in a positive way, you know that your projects are here, that you are here to essentially make the world a better place, or just to leave it better than you found it. But some aspect of you or aspects are hidden. And it is very much like Batman. It is very much like Batman. So you're a loner in a way, like a lone wolf. You're living underground in one identity where all of your genius fully thrives. And then there's like this surface world, right? Where you're something else entirely. You're trying to pass. Sometimes you feel like this has been a requirement, because when you did tell people of your ambition or your goals, or maybe they were looked down upon, maybe they were criticized, maybe you've been burned in some way and you've had to tuck some of this away, right? I think that we've all really experienced that, especially if you're doing something different and you don't fit the mold or the box. So you've tucked some of this away, or a lot of it away, and without realizing it, you've been living in a way that's been diluting your power, because what is really happening is you're living a dual life. And, could be physically, but energetically and even subtly, this makes a huge difference. And the thing is, why this slips by is because it's sneaky as hell. So you've maybe done this to survive in a way, or to keep your dreams and your vision really protected as you build. But this really is the next level now. This is the new frontier to explore. Because if you're really ready to access that infinite data of your genius, if you're ready to live fully and expressed, right, and watch those creations and projects in the world live with that beautiful integrity of your spirit, this is an energy leak. And this is what's happening when you're in this Batman frequency. As cool as Batman sounds, as much as you've identified with this code of lone wolf, you've been operating from a space that's actually disjunct, where you are in your highest form in one area of your life is not exactly how you're operating in all areas of your life, because there are places where you feel like you need to hide. And rightly so, because this work really is for the brave. I know I always say this, but because maybe you believe that there are consequences. And if you were to fully express, if you were to essentially take off that mask, and this is costing you. This is costing you your greatest work, your greatest impact, your greatest euphoria. Have you seen this in your life? I certainly have. And there are these places where perhaps you feel like you cannot be all of yourself or share all of your gifts or have an element of performance required in different situations. Or if you do try to share, on occasion, they're not fully understood. They don't really land with the people around you, and perhaps they're judged. So you remain hidden, or parts of you remain hidden. And let's get real, there's a lot at play here. Some people say, well, it needs to be this way for me to do like XYZ. And so I'm here to challenge that. I'll show you why this has been costing you, and that you're not a victim, that you are actually the architect of your reality, because this is really about you honoring your highest self and expression in all spaces. This is about you owning your power in all spaces, stepping into a new personal era where you recognize your true desire, where you honor your true gifts, where you craft environments as well that amplify them, not where you have to water down or dumb them down. And the reality of why you're operating this way stems from fear. This is what we all do, right? That we all have this kind of where it's a little bit disjunct. And once again, rightly so, because there is a real fear of judgment, right? There's a real fear of letting go of people or environments, letting go of things that and having these really sacred parts of you literally rejected, right? Being afraid of being cast out or losing some really big things. So fear of chaos that you believe will happen when these worlds collide, right? When Batman comes from, underground and takes the mask off, right? What happens then? So yes, chaos absolutely sometimes happens, but what is it really costing you to continue? So some people say, well, it needs to be this way. We're going to challenge this because the cost really is too great. And I guarantee you on the other side of this is absolute freedom, where you're not bored, you're not stifled, you're not frustrated, and you're not hiding, where you can remove that mask and be truly seen. So the reason why this is costing you, when you keep this Batman frequency, your energy is literally fractured. You're fractured and split, right? And this is a huge energy leak that I see in many of my clients, that's draining your joy, depriving the world of your truth and your beautiful integrity and your gifts. And this kills your potency, your impact, and your efficiency too. This is another thing a lot of people don't realize. If they want to, hyper speed their goals or create very specific things, it kills the efficiency of it. Because you are constantly trying to maintain, to find workarounds, to be palatable, to be responsible, to be mindful, to be acceptable, like insert whatever here. So can you see why subtly, if you look and feel into your energy, that, there is, you're tired, or there is a frustration, maybe even exhaustion somewhere at this maintenance. So when you have not integrated all of these parts, it actually really becomes exhausting. And because what happens is you have to, maintain and keep up that mask, right? And essentially maintain two halves. the hidden and the full unbounded truth of you. And the maintenance is exhausting on any level. But if you are here crafting really big things, creating a legacy, that is extremely draining. And I don't teach maintenance and energy work in that way, or some kind of spiritual perfection. I don't judge any of this as right or wrong. I don't preach some kind of like polarity and it good and bad and it needs to be this way. I just see the leak and exactly where to redirect this energy. We don't have to think about it for weeks and weeks and weeks. It's like the leak is there. Let's look at all of it and address it. And then what exactly gets to ignite this in order to hyperspeed your highest self towards that pure goal, not the shadow one that we think success is, right? It's really it's about living in that that integrity of your body and removing anything that is not it. So it is my job to see these fractures. When my clients come to me and they're in this Batman frequency, and we integrate these without trying to maintain something that isn't actually truth or integrity, incredible, not only intangible results occur, but tangible results happen in both business and life. So you stop people pleasing, you stop maintaining the mask, you start quoting your reality. I'm here to help you move through anything that is not truth and strip away this mask, essentially, and give you the space to do so. So what happens when you heal this fracture? When you integrate, it leads immediately to greater potency in your work, in your impact, in your life, anything that you're creating, because you are essentially coding it. And what happens is the right opportunities begin to open up with far less effort. You can be far more efficient because you aren't draining your energy. You have room, truly beautiful room, for hyperflow and hyperspeed, for creative access, for genius portals, because there is actually freedom and space to do so. You see that? So people can actually see you and see all of you, and not because you're maintaining anything, it actually gets to become magnetic. The projects you want, the people that you want involved with them, the goals that you have set for yourself. This is why even no matter what level of success you've achieved, imposter syndrome for many people can still creep up at every level. I don't care where you are, because of this really huge fracture. This is why it is that maintenance and the mask, and it's the fear of what happens when we take it off. So Batman is living one really impactful life underground, like with all his toys and his ingenious creations, saving the world, impacting millions. But the truth of him is unseen. And on the surface world, what is he doing? He's watering down his gifts. He's trying to fit in and not rock the boat. He's trying to be palatable and normal and not give it all the way. But all of him is the key. Because what's going on, the reason why they're staying hidden is, what if someone knew me? What if someone really knew me? Really knew me? And that scares the shit out of most people. And so I'm here to remind you of your power, show you how to wield it without looking anywhere else but yourself and your own intuitive genius. So some questions for you around this, that you can begin this journey of identifying where these fractures and these energy leaks live. It's really, where have you been hiding? Be honest. Where have you been hiding? What feels exhausting? Where are you fearing, what if someone really knew all of me? Where are you feeling like it will cost you? Where will you be rejected? And what do you think you will lose? And so another really big one is, where do you feel like you have to manipulate or change yourself to fit a specific environment? Where have you experienced this fractured energy And where have you been just really afraid to show your Batman? All of these are portals for your expansion. Every single one of them. So I hope this was valuable for you guys today. This is a really, really big one that I see, and high performing, very successful humans, successful of all different natures. And it is such a big one that is not talked about because it's actually really subtle. It's the subtle places where you're modulating, not sometimes it's not even in the big places. So this work is in the identification and the illumination, and then in the integration of these things. So if you'd like to move faster in that kind of experience and learn how to identify, remove them, I have multiple experiences for the visionary who's building realms and wants the highest self-mastery in this way. The King Crucible Masterclass is immersion is coming up. This is really for the committed visionary who is ready to embody a really powerful frequency, identify the success limiters like this, hyperspeed evolutionary growth with me as your guide for a week in mentorship in Voxer, and a powerful live masterclass that we're going to address the most potent energetics. And then, of course, there's always a replay provided. This is a great way to enter my world. Or if you're looking for a more elite bespoke experience, the Black Diamond experience is my highest level mastermind and support. It is a hybrid depending on where you'd like to play and how fast you want to go and how much support is really required for you that you desire. But this is specifically for visionary men to unleash that inner genius, have a powerful neutral space for expansion in record time, and to create specifically a beautiful network of incredible luminaries to do powerful and conscious business with you guys together to elevate your business connections. So book a golden thread session with me. That's where I usually send everyone to have a conversation with me. It's where I can put a little bit of my oracle sight on what you're doing and really identify that next level expansion for you. So thank you for joining me today. I do hope this was valuable and illuminating, and I really look forward to hearing your takeaways in the comments below after I post this replay. And we'll see you again soon with some more powerful live streams. Thanks.